Vigilant Christian Mario, and you're here for another edition of Illuminati Media Exposed. In today's video, I wanted to expose the video for Miley Cyrus's song Tongue-Tied. It is so full of Illuminati MKUltra mind control symbolism, it's insane. So we're going to look at this in today's video. Now, if this is the first time you're hearing about the MKUltra mind control program that is used on today's entertainers, you have a lot of research and catching up to do. Roseanne Barr, a Hollywood insider, has come out publicly saying that MKUltra rules in Hollywood. So you have a choice. You can put your head in the sand and just ignore that insider testimony, or you can do your own investigation to find out what she's talking about. And if you do that, you're going to see that MKUltra was a mind control program that was administered by the CIA, and it was an experiment in how to create a undetectable total mind control slave. In the description section, I'm going to leave a couple of videos for you. This is an interview I did with author and researcher Fritz Springmeier, who is an expert on MKUltra mind control. He actually deprogrammed several mind control victims, and this is an interview in which we discuss the very program that the elite use to create this slave, how they use trauma-based mind control. They will break the person down, create so much trauma, impose different personalities. This is a very intricate psychological program, so you definitely need to check this video out, and even to understand it further, you probably would have to do a ton more research. So definitely start with at least checking this video out. Another video that will help you understand is one I did called MKUltra Illuminati Mind Control in Hollywood. So you probably commonly hear of these stars going crazy. You know, they have these mental breakdowns. You hear Miley Cyrus having them. They're always on drugs. And, you know, a lot of people seem to believe the mainstream story that, you know, they're just under a lot of pressure in Hollywood. But if you listen to Roseanne, and she's telling you that there's a mind control program that is ruling in Hollywood, then you can put two and two together. You can actually see that these breakdowns, these supposed breakdowns where you've seen like Britney Spears running around with their head shaved off, was them actually suffering from being victims of the mind control. Now, in this video, I show you that they're hiding this stuff in plain sight. This is Katy Perry in a mental asylum, sitting on a chair and completely out of it, just like an MKUltra mind control victim would be. What is this doing in pop culture? Can anyone please explain that to me? Why is this being shown to us? Why is Eminem doing the same very thing in a mental asylum between Masonic pillars and the sun here symbolism and the black and white checkered floor, going around as if he's altered, a mind control victim who doesn't even remember what he did when he was altered? The Bourne movies, they're about the military application of this mind control program. If you notice Bourne, when he goes to the altar, he doesn't remember. When he went on his missions, he doesn't remember what he did when he was the hardcore assassin. That is because he was in a different personality through the MKUltra mind control. This is being used in the entertainment industry. It doesn't just have the military application. And then you see this over and over again, and I've really displayed this in my videos. So go ahead and check it out. Another one I'm going to highlight too in the description section is Britney Spears' Illuminati mind control, because she is probably the most obvious victim of mind control in the entertainment industry, period. So just watch this video, because don't believe the mainstream media. They're always lying to you. They are paid agents of propaganda and mind control. They're lying all the time. She was not having a mental breakdown. She was actually trying to break away from this evil satanic program of mind control that rules in Hollywood, just like Roseanne said. So anyways, I'm not going to spend too much time on that, because I've got tons of material on my channel that exposes this very topic, and you just have to start doing your own research. So let's go here now and look at the Miley Cyrus video for Tongue-Tied. This is an article from the Vigilant Citizen. It'll be in the description section if you want to go ahead and read it. I'm just going to highlight some points here that just show that this again is Illuminati MKUltra mind control, hidden in plain sight, just so that we can see it. One of the things that they believe is that if they can put these images in front of us, the things that they're doing, they hide that right in front of our eyes, and we don't react, then they feel as though they're justified in doing that to us, because, you know, they did show us. So it's our own fault for falling for it. So that is why you commonly see the agenda of the Illuminati hidden in plain sight in either movies or posters are all over the place. So here you have her in the shape of a pyramid, and it's different heads. Now the head is taken off and it's strapped at the neck, so multiple bodiless heads. One of the many scenes representing the creation of multiple personas. So as I talked about in my interview with researcher Fritz Springmeier, we talked about how the MKUltra mind control victim is created. What they will do is induce trauma, either through electroshock therapy, drugs, or all sorts of different ways to bring the person to a level of trauma that's just unbearable. There are three things that a person will do when that type of trauma is imposed on them. They could either absolutely go insane and break down and their mind shatter and never be pieced back together. Some of them will literally die. And then the other third is the one that they really can use for the program. Most often, those victims have a dissociative ability. They can psychologically disassociate from the trauma that is being imposed on them. This ability gives them the ability to be used as a perfectly undetectable mind control slave. So this is what we see when they're displaying this stuff, is the different alters that is created when this trauma-based mind control is administered. The trauma is induced through the electroshock, breaking down the psychological, health of the individual and just shattering the mind, and then there's the different personalities that you have. Then you have the typical kitten programming. I've talked about this in my Mind Control Hollywood video. It's in the description section for you, but this is a very common symbolism. You're going to see the, it's called kitten programming. So beta kitten is commonly the term used for it. It's to symbolize the sexual alter that the handlers will impose on the person. The person can have different type of personalities imposed on them. That's why you typically see in Hollywood a massive problem of what is called multiple personality disorder. But in Hollywood, we're not seeing multiple personality disorder. In fact, we're seeing the manifestation of the MKUltra mind control program, where different alters are imposed in these people. That's why Britney Spears can be a British lady, a young lady. All sorts of different personalities are imposed, and one of them that's imposed is a very highly sexual sex kitten, a sex slave. So the symbol that they use is the kitten. So you'll commonly see that, especially with the women. Here's another symbol as well that you'll commonly see with the MKUltra mind control slave is Mickey Mouse. So, and also, as you can notice here, the left eye symbolism as well is used in the Mickey Mouse symbolism. Here, as you can notice, her hands are wrapped behind her back and they're tied up, showing that she really doesn't have any control, any power, look, she's tied up. Okay, so they're showing you that she's in full submission to this program, that in fact she's just being used. And I've said this a lot, that she's a puppet. And that's why we have to be very vigilant and careful when we talk about these artists, because they are victims. And one thing that the Illuminati wants to do is shift the blame to the victim. She doesn't choose the songs that she's going to do and all this stuff. And even if she does, she's so well programmed since she was a very little child into this satanic cult that it's really not her to blame. The reality is those to blame is the handlers, the high executives within the entertainment industry, the pedophiles, this satanic cult that this Illuminati media series has been exposing. Those are the ones that, if anything, need to feel the wrath of the blame of mankind, not these individuals. And one of the tactics of the Illuminati is to shift the blame on these people. The media will do it, agents will do it, disinformation agents will try and shift the attention to make you hate on them, but don't get led into that. That they're just using her as a scapegoat. And it's really not them. They're absolute puppets. And this should show you, once you really understand the MKUltra program, you stop listening to disinformation agents who want to turn you away from this actually occurring in Hollywood. Then you can start to really understand why you shouldn't judge them and look down on them and call them names. Throughout the video, Miley is shown being divided. This is symbolism for the breaking down of the personality. The way that Fritz Springmeier described it is like breaking a mirror. So as you can see, the shattering, the symbolism of the shattering of the personality. And the video ends with a telling image. Miley acts surprised while not being able to see anything. She's wearing a mask with eyes on it that covers her true eyes. This pretty much represents the life of an MKUltra slave. And that's what this is. This is a slave to a satanic cult. They are sold as children slaves most oftentimes, especially in Miley's case, in Brittany's case. Jesus said that if you cause a little one to stumble, if you cause a little child to sin and fall into evil and depravity, that it is better that a millstone be tied to your feet and you be thrown into the river. So there is a divine, righteous wrath of God stored up for those who are responsible for doing these atrociously evil things, these atrociously evil programs of mind control. What we're dealing with is occult Nazi scientists that are still alive today. The U.S. government was active in bringing them over. Research Project Paperclip. The U.S. government continued the Nazi satanic evil sciences and the development of it. The MK Ultra program is the continuation of those evil desires to have complete control over society, to impose a one world government. So these things are real and they're really occurring, so we need to keep in prayer for all the victims of these evil men and women and people who are organizing this. This is the Vigilant Christian saying God bless each and every one of you, and as always, stay vigilant. It's the Vigilant Christian Mario, and you're here for another edition of Illuminati Media Exposed. In today's video, I wanted to expose the video administered by the CIA, and it was an experiment in how to create a undetectable total mind control slave. In the description section, I'm going to leave a couple of videos for you. This is an interview I did with author and researcher Fritz Springmeier, who is an expert for Miley Cyrus's song Tongue Tied. It is so full of Illuminati, MK Ultra, mind control symbolism, it's insane. So we're going to look at this in today's video. Now, if this is the first time you're hearing about the MK Ultra mind control program that is used on today's entertainers, you have a lot of research and catching up to do. Roseanne Barr, a Hollywood insider, has come out publicly saying that MK Ultra rules in Hollywood. So you have a choice. You can put your head in the sand and just ignore that insider testimony, or you can do your own investigation to find out what she's talking about. And if you do that, you're going to see that MK Ultra was a mind control program that was expert on MK Ultra mind control. He actually deprogrammed several mind control victims, and this is an interview in which we discuss the very program that the elite use to create this slave, how they use trauma-based mind control. They will break the person down, create so much trauma, impose